Bruce sees all.
Hi, good morning. Welcome everyone to the Forbidden Channel. That's right, not many people make it here. They're blocking this channel out because of what I'm showing on the moon. They don't want us talking about wars and a whole bunch of things, but that's what we're going to be talking about today. And we're going to go see it live on the surface of the moon. If this is your first time here, by the way, this is today's sun. We're already going to stop here. This is not a sun video in particularly, but I wanted you to see today's sun. See how cloudy it is to be able to see those sunspots? It's because there's meteoroids flying all around the sun. When they say there's dust around the sun, they actually mean meteoroids. Meteoroids is space dust. What is this object? Real quickly, this is beside the sun. A couple of years back, one of my most incredible captures is an object burning up near the sun's corona, north side of the sun on top there, and this ginormous object. That's right. Planet size, it would be a hell of a big planet going by because it's bigger than Earth, and you can see it just coming out of nowhere from the left. Watch it. It appears, why does it appear close to it? Because the sunlight is reflecting off of it, showing us this object. Just like the objects on the moon, a lot of objects I would not be able to capture. These are one of my favorites. Absolutely sensational. Look at it. Look at the size of this object. There's lots of objects roaming around out there. Let's head over to the moon. If it's your first time on the channel, you're going to enjoy this one. And if it's not your first time, you're going to enjoy this one. Let's call it a UFO station. Disappears, appears on the left, then takes off again to other areas. Let's go back to the exact same area, and we see a second UFO from the UFO station, ignition and launch. As that one is progressing, keep watching. There it is there. Let's zoom up that section and watch the next frame. Watch what's going to come up. Two lights appear. The UFOs are separating themselves in two, or something else is happening. What do you want me to say? We're looking at it, visual proof. Let's see that one more time. So I'm showing you two UFOs that leave from the same area in the moon, and I've shown holes where UFOs are coming out of the moon. So hello, they're inside the moon, human or alien, they're there. But there are different characteristics to these lights, many different characteristics. Some are UFOs, like objects, literal craft. Some are UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, which is just lights. Watch this. Watch what happens with this light. Lights appear around it, but it points towards a certain area of the moon. You can see there's a light pointing off of the end of it. I've seen this several times. This is off the charts, right? It's exclusive. No one's talking about it. Watch what it shoots out at the other end of the moon there. First, watch it change its light's position. Watch it go upwards. There, it's upwards. And look what happens at the other end when I slowed it down. Keep watching. Boom, a light appears right there. So as for me having been able to capture at least 15 of these events where UFOs seem to be shooting lights across the surface of the moon, this visual proof right there with a large 14-inch telescope. There's no bullshitting here. See, we're further out here, and you can see that there's lights interacting around it. So there's an interaction with these lights that are on the surface of the moon. That in itself is pretty incredible. Watch here. Lights up, and then another object lights up beside it. So moving right along, different characteristics. This one's going to light up the surface, and the surface is going to shoot back at it. And look, like all hell breaks loose. Don't ask me what the hell is going on there. Oof, I mean, and I'm just scooting through these, right? I could make a whole video of this. This one drops something on the surface, and boom! That was pretty fast. Let's see that one more time. So clear up, straight up proof. Exposure taken down, UFO lights up, and the surface shoots back at it. Then all hell breaks loose. They're fighting. There's something going on. And watch this one. This one's loose in the atmosphere, going by, spiraling around. And look what happens. Object is being dropped on the surface. Look. Boom, boom. We see explosions on the surface that happen. Incredible. So what? Explosion. It's crazy stuff. Methane, smokes. So look what else happens with the lights. There's some that are in motion, in movement. Some appear and disappear, both over top of the hazes and underneath the hazes. There's no filter or color filter here. It's the real color. Bright, massive red light will ignite or light up on the surface. It doesn't look like an explosion. It looks like a slow, bright light. Here with the conversion, we can see them on the surface, and that's how we can see parts of the surface, because these objects are illuminating so bloody bright, whatever they may be. So I'm showing a whole bunch of different characteristics to different objects and different events at different times. There's not just one light up there. Whether it be humans that are up there or aliens, for me, that's besides the point. I'm trying to prove that there's someone up there. There's definitely some type of living being that is inhabited up there. Watch the lights here arrive on the edge is what I thought, but no, look, they're being shot out of the freaking surface. They're coming up out of the surface. If they're not, weapons, they're literal UFOs that are on the moon. So do you think somebody went to the moon with these people there? You think they're going to take the chance to land there? Here's an object in motion that is descending to the surface. And the closer it gets to the surface, it lights up and there's fire. Hang on, we'll go back to it. Let me show you a different one. A smoke illuminates, interacting with chemicals or something in the atmosphere, maybe oxygen. And we can see that it illuminates so much, it's showing us smaller objects over top of those hazes, telling you guys many people are down there. So let's go back to that object that spontaneously combusted and caught on fire. We'll just say spontaneously combusted. This object is going down to the surface. It was maybe launched out of a craft. Oop, there's the reaction. Poof, we see this smoke remains high and the object goes down lower. Literally in the atmosphere of the moon, just like there was oxygen. Bruce, can you get in closer? Maybe more people would be interested. Sure. The next step would be to sit in the object or to get underneath of it. We're not going to get any closer than that, obviously. What's the use, right? Sometimes further away we see things better. But you see it lifting up off the surface. It's in the air on top, and underneath it was on the ground. Literally leaving the surface. And I've showed this hundreds of times. Hundreds of times, different events on the moon where these lights are moving around. And I don't know if you notice, but I'm capturing more than one in the frame. It's not a spontaneous capture. It's not something that should wind up in the data where the Pentagon and MUFON and everyone puts these UFO sightings after 3-4 weeks. Just put them away, no proof of anything. There's a UFO lighting up for you. It came from the smoke. Hang on, let's see that one more time. I'm telling you all, this is not going to come out in disclosure. Probably not. But I'm telling you, the UFOs are invisible. They're smokes. The UAPs or craft or phenomena, light phenomena, that's how they hide. They disappear. They're just literal puffs of smoke. We could have UFOs in the clouds right here, okay, watching us. We would never see them, and right in the middle of the bloody day. And this is more than one light that I'm capturing. So aside from just seeing them on the surface, look, I'm looking around and I'm going really close into the footage, and you notice that there are lit up spots. Nobody knows this, but from the lit up spots, look what happens. You keep sliding over here, and now we're ridiculously close, and there's a light there, but not just a light. Watch what it's going to do. It took me a long time to get to this frame. Keep watching it. Light's there. It's more like a mist, and whoop, it disappears into the smoke. Let's see that again. UFO lights up, lifts up off the surface, ignition takes off. Look at that. Beautiful. And you can see it like a stepping stone, stepping across the surface of the moon. And by the way, this is on Earth's side of the moon, like facing us all, where people are literally looking at these objects, or can be looking at these objects. They're right in front of our eyes. They're in everyone's footage, that's for sure. And people ask me, well, how do you know it's actually on the surface or interacting with the surface? You could see the smoke line it's either following or creating as it's pushing away smokes, methane, clouds, whatever. You can see it, swamp gas, whatever you want to call it. Look at this. Something under the haze, something over the haze. 3, 4 objects under the haze, an object flying by over the haze. You can see them over the haze. We can see them under the haze, literally touching the surface. So you're not just looking at a UFO on the moon. It's like literally on the moon. Thanks, everyone. Margaret Leach, thank you so much for the generous contributions. Thanks for being here, guys. And thanks to the anonymous contribution on myevent.com. Have an amazing day. Share this truth with everyone you know that's looking for it. Thanks, everyone. Everyone, thanks for the generous contributions, and thanks for watching the videos.
Aliens up there on the moon. They may be even coming right here soon. Aliens are mining on the moon. Yes, they are up there. Doesn't matter, cause disclosure's coming soon. Disclosure's coming soon.